Marcus in Ghana, another one person who's staying up late to talk to us.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, we're here. Go ahead, Marcus.
Okay. I have a problem with atheism, and at least I would say that I wish I was an atheist, but because I'm in Africa, and in Africa we it's hard not to believe in spirit or God, because
Why?
Matt calls himself maybe, let me say, a magician, but he that probably the magic.
Marcus?
Yes.
Marcus, there's something wrong with the phones. I can't understand what you're saying.
I'm saying, are you a magician?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm asking a question. Are you a magician? Do you do magic tricks on stage? You answered
Yes.
that.
Yes, I do magic tricks on stage.
Good. Do you understand? Have you watched David Blaine? Or maybe
Yes, I've watched David Blaine.
Good. Then you have to understand that there is something called sorcery or black magic.
Yeah, but that's not real.
Explain.
But that's not real. See, real magic is fake, and fake magic is real.
Oh, so Matt, you don't believe there is sorcery?
No.
No.
Like you want me to do a magic trick right here on the show? Can you see the show?
I'm not watching you right now.
Oh, you're not watching me.
No,
well, that's
I'm not
bad, I could have done a magic trick that'd blow your mind, but magic's not real. It's just tricks.
Yeah. You can go buy books on how to do them. And when you see someone doing supposed real magic, you can go look it up in a book and see how they're doing it. People have been doing quote unquote real magic tricks for thousands of years at least, to prove that they have divine powers. This is not unusual. And most of them are fairly easy to do once you learn how the trick is done.
Yeah. Some of them are really easy. I could even, if you were watching, I could maybe teach you something, but I don't know what you're up against. What are you seeing magic wise in Ghana that makes it difficult to not believe that there's sorcery?
Okay. Mine is, we've gone to space. Science has done tough stuff. But some few things like somebody floating or somebody maybe cutting their throat and you seeing them bleeding and then like the blood going off within some seconds or some minutes. You can't tell me we should give science a few more years for science to explain these things.
Science has already explained those things, Marcus. So what you're seeing, until you investigate and show that somebody's actually cut and they're bleeding real blood, tends to be stage blood or animal blood. I've watched psychic surgeries, which is not real. It's a fraud. I've watched people behead animals and put the animals back on. It's a trick. I can do it. You can do it. I can teach you to do it. It's not like science hasn't caught up to this. Go back and the discovery of witchcraft, the ancient book hundreds of years ago was already exposing a lot of this stuff. So when you hear stories or when you see these performances, the fact that they are crediting spirits or whatever doesn't mean that the spirits are involved. They're tricks. I'm going to do a trick right now. And you go back. Hang on. I'm going to do it for the chat. You can go back afterwards and watch it on YouTube. So I got a bit of rope here that's like a regular piece of rope like you'd find in any bedroom. And what I can do is I can wrap this rope around my neck like that once, tie a knot in it, just like that, and then pull. It's a little tight right now. And if you're watching this, you'll be able to see that. And I can go and pull it right through my neck, knot and all. Now, there wasn't any blood this time, but if blood would have made it more believable, I could have put some blood involved in that trick. The fact is, you're seeing something and you don't know what the explanation is, and you are running for, the best explanation is that there's real magic. That's not the best explanation.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have no evidence of any real magic.
So Matt, haven't you watched any magic trick?
I've watched.
That has kept you up at night.
No.
Because
Any
I've studied
magic
magic
trick,
since I was 3. They don't keep me up at night. I have performed and worked with the amazing Randy and Sean Farquhar and Mary Hatfield, and I'm friends with Jamie and Swiss and bunches of others that I've interacted with. I have studied. I have literally an entire wall of DVDs over here and magic books over there. I've studied it my whole life. And that's why when I see a magic trick, I don't go, oh my God, it must be spirits. Because it's not.
Okay. The reason why I'm bringing magic here to you've once said that faith is not a reliable pathway to truth.
Correct.
Am I right?
Correct.
Yes.
Good. Lead us to a wrong answer. And a very scientific model lead us to a wrong answer.
I have no idea what you're saying right now. Your phone connection is really bad and it's garbling what you're saying.
Okay. Let me say it again. Can you get a wrong answer using a correct scientific model?
Can you get a wrong answer using a
Yes.
scientific model? Yes, because human beings can make mistakes.
Yeah, and we can also not fully understand what it is we're testing and introduce extraneous variables that we didn't realize we had introduced.
The real issue is the only time that science has ever been shown to be incorrect is with more science. No religion, no superstition, no supernatural claims have ever disproved anything science has ever said.
No, I'm not saying religion is alternative answer. I'm saying that if science can lead us to a wrong answer, then science is not a reliable pathway to truth.
No, that's not true. That
No,
is
it's not
absolutely false. The fact that something can be wrong does not mean that it's unreliable. Is it possible for my calculator? Is it possible for my calculator to make a mistake? Yes, but that doesn't mean that my calculator is unreliable. The measure of reliability is how likely is it to make a mistake. And there's not a single thing that you can point to that is more consistently reliable than science.
Right. And science also has built-in error correction mechanisms, which is other scientists who attempt to reproduce the same results. And when they don't reproduce those same results, that's when they start to go, I wonder what's really going on here. So, we say it's the most reliable way to truth, and it's more reliable than faith. For instance, I have faith that Matt has an invisible, undetectable horn growing out of the center of his head. How would you, using faith, prove me wrong? And the answer is you can't prove me wrong using faith. However, if we're using the scientific method, Matt would probably reply, what's the difference between an invisible, undetectable horn growing out of my head and no horn at all?
Yep.
And the answer is, of course, none. So just because it's possible to be wrong doesn't mean it's not a better pathway to truth, because you do have self-correcting mechanisms involved in there. And then you are looking at how reliable are the answers and to what degree do we think that they're true. Here's another meme. Is it possible for science to be wrong? Yes. Is it possible for religion to be right? Not as far as we can tell. Yeah.
Really?
What has religion been demonstrably right about as a matter of discovery that wasn't just a bit of knowledge that was already known?
Religion has been right. That doesn't mean the fundamental.
What was religion right about?
Okay, maybe religion was right that I'm not struggling to get an example right now. Maybe religion was right about something.
What was religion right about? I'm not going to accept that religion has ever been right about something until you show me what it was right about.
Maybe it was right that they I don't know the example to give, but maybe it was right that the earth was round, depending on which verses you pick. And
no. The fact that it was right, that's not religion being right about something. The point at which we discovered the point at which we discovered that the earth was round had nothing to do with religion. It was a discovery of science. See, if somebody just comes in and says, God told me the earth is round, that's no more relevant than saying God told me the earth is flat. Neither is true and neither counts as knowledge until it's demonstrated, and religion can demonstrate and has demonstrated nothing.
Wow.
Yep.
I agree. But I don't know what would, maybe I have to gather up some money and bring you guys to Africa on a documentary trip or something. Because if you are in Africa.
Okay.
All right.
Once the pandemic's over, if we can work out the details, I'd love to come to Africa sometime.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the call, Marcus. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, really bad audio there. But
Yeah, I'm
by
glad
the
we
way,
got the call.
Africa as a continent is doing better than the United States with COVID.
That's not surprising.
Well, no, they're actually doing something about it.
Well, that, and there's the issue of tourism and travel and all that, and how things are likely to spread. I would have never expected Africa to be anywhere near the potential infection vector that the United States is.
Yeah.